Well, good afternoon, family. It is I, M.A. Truth, happening. Oh, and the shit show continues, does it not? I've been doing some tweaking on information pertaining to myself on some platforms that I have. And I think I need to, for all intents and purposes, reintroduce myself so you know what you're dealing with. I am known as M.A. That's because folks jack up my first name. So to avoid the confusion, we have condensed it into the um American English box. They like everything, with little initials and, acronyms and shit like that. So, MA, truth is because I tell my truth. And I say it like that because truth is subjectional. What might be true to me may not be true to you based on the information that you have come to your conclusion. Same with me. So, truth is subjective. Facts, on the other hand, are facts. Can the facts be manipulated? Everything can be manipulated. However, you know that you know what's legit and what's not by tuning into yourself and knowing your spirit. Okay. So, you made truth here, sharing my truth and opinions regarding whatever happens to cross my mind that day. I am not locked into a box. Folks talk about find your niche. Okay, well, my niche is, hey, it is what it is. Okay, in my opinion, if it helps you to think a little deeper, research a little further, hey, I've done my job, which is to help anyone who has an ear to hear what the vibration is saying. We are all vibrational beings. We are all spiritual beings. We got on our earth suit. But that's what it's about. So hang in, hang out, whichever way, whatever floats your boat. Hope it works for you. Okay, ain't mad at nobody. So again, MA Truth, telling my truth. This is my channel. If you choose to follow, hey, glad to have you. If you have anything productive to add, additional information, hey, drop it in the comments. Happy to hear. Seriously, happy to hear. So helps me grow, which in turn helps those I speak to grow, think. Okay. Critical thinking. I know the MAGA crowd don't like you to be critically thinking. In fact, we rich folks don't want nobody wants you to think. If you're anything other than the average white American male, female, you're not supposed to be thinking. Don't work like that, y'all. Don't work like that. Okay. I wrote down some things I think I wanted to touch today. Well, one of the things is that we are not living in reality. This is 47's fucked up worldwide TV show. And he don't think he's fired. That's a problem. He is fired. Every time he tries to make a move in the courts, he does not win. He is a loser. He doesn't win because he does not have a winning spirit. He bitches and moans and groans more than any living flesh on the planet. Many people say in greeting one another, "Hey, how you doing? Hey, no sense in complaining. Ain't nothing gonna change." Everyone is under duress in one way or another, okay? Which has only been amplified by the antics of Daddy Duppy Pants. This is not reality. We are actually participants in his shit show. Let that sink in. I personally, and I would venture to say that there are many others that do not wish to participate in his shit show. So, with that being said, what do we do about it? The pressure has to be applied to those that have been voted into office. The good, the bad, and the ugly. We as the people have to put the pressure on those we voted in. Do the work. Take this out of the system because Congress and the Senate have the ability to do so. Stop being butt kissers. Don't kiss the booty. Don't kiss the booty. Don't do that. It's not a good look. And I'm more than sure that the majority of those of us who live on planet Earth within the confines of the borders of the United States, I'm pretty doggone sure that we do not want to be represented by that any longer. It's not a good look. Don't look good. The outward appearance means nothing. It's what's inside. And if you are an ugly being on the inside, it reflects. It's seen. Even on those that may be referred to as the pretty people. But you look in their eyes. Look in their eyes and see the hate. They hate themselves. They hate, it's self-hate that perpetuates this bullshit that we're living in. Self-hate. Ernst hates himself. He is the creation of his Father. Unclean individuals in their hearts, and they want to project that. However, we, the people, that's not our heart, that's not our essence. Society has placed burdens upon us that we should not even have to deal with. Racism, the fuck, y'all. Racism. I don't like you because of the color of your skin. Well, I don't want to be pale like you either, motherfucker, you know? So I'm just saying. How superficial. Did not Dr. King say he wanted people to be judged by the content of their character and not the color of their skin? There have always been wars, conflicts, and confusion based on what somebody else thinks you should be doing. The religions of the world Look at it. It's control. It's what it's about, control. And Rome turned out to be the greatest controller of all because everything that's been built since that time with regards to the uh, um, Great Britain states is based off of that Roman-esque governance. Look it up. You don't have fire to look it up. I mean, just understand what's happening. Okay. Um, how do we get out of it? Well, one of the ways we get out of it is what's now being referred to as simply raising your vibration. What exactly does that mean? Okay, in my opinion, remember that, my opinion, and my truth, what I have experienced, and what I know to be right for me might help someone else. You might have to tweak it to your own specific whatever. It can be done. I have been consciously aligning myself with what I believe is the higher essence of humanity. By doing so, and I know when I don't do it, I don't do it every day. I'm not going to sit here and try and bullshit nobody. No, we don't do this every day. Should I? Perhaps it would be more beneficial if I did focus more on that. I'm working on it. Takes me a little time. Slow. But when you focus on you, presenting the best of you to yourself, to yourself, that's vibing higher. To me, that's what I refer to as leveling up. Leveling up. Perfect example. Um, on my little part-time job, customer service rep, and anybody who's ever worked customer service, sales, or anything along those lines know that people in general can be straight up BIs all day long for no freaking reason other than that's what they choose to be. Cool. That's what you choose to be. However, if you have to contact someone in my position who is here to assist you in getting something positive done, you don't come in cutting into folks all loud, dogmatic, and obtuse, cussing and carrying on, acting a complete fool, and think that I'm going to engage with you with that. It don't happen. It does not happen. First off, because I choose not to engage in your energy. I choose to speak in a tone that will get your attention and to slow you down enough for you to realize this ain't the tree I want to bark on. It works because when I don't do it, when I don't settle myself before I plug into the bullshit, when I don't take the time to do me right, it's a shit show for the whole ship. It's an issue after an issue after an issue, and all of them will make me want to unplug and say, fuck. We are not sitting on the pot of gold as Peter Thiel and Elon Muskrat and Daddy Dumpy Pants. We actually, as the majority of the population of the world, we work. We work. And we work for the oligarchs. Ain't that a bitch? Making y'all richer. But yet and still you want to BF us with no grease every chance you get. No, that's got to stop. And what we do regarding that is we work on us inside. and project what we want to project. You feel better because another way that you can do this and win, make a game. You probably say, oh, this esoterical shit is just, it's bullshit. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's value. You have to desire to find the value. If you do, cool. If you don't, that's still cool because when you, the individual, are ready to make a change, try something different, you will. It works. It works. So again, in my mind, we level up. We level up to the degree that we ignore the bullshit and we call it out for what it is. Bullshit, bullshit, all day long. Social media, I think there's a great number of people, a multitude of people that are doing the right thing, sharing, you know, and trying to bring some light, some new information to you. So grab on to that. We can't accept what our referred to as legacy media is doing. CBS, ABC, all of them. Okay. Why? And the term is bow the knee. What the fuck for? Why are you scared of this man? He's a punk. He's a bitch. And if y'all would stand on his head like you stood on Obama's head and President Biden's head, and if you stand on his head like you did them and Bill Clinton too, okay? If you did that, he'd back down because he'd realize he doesn't have anything but a big voice. Call him out. Call his bluff. Bullies don't like to be challenged. They don't like to be embarrassed. Embarrass the fuck up. Embarrass his ass. Just a couple ways to bring shit to the forefront for what it really is and stop this reality show that he got going on. Because ain't shit real about this. It's a denial of facts, my opinion. You have a question. Who will enforce the laws that's on the books? Because it seems like uh, our military, our police, our National Guard have capitulated to this person. There's no one standing up for the Constitution. That was the oath they took, wasn't it? Wasn't that what it was? Um, and Ufulu is still, he's still when the courts are against him, he just thumbs his nose at them. Why is that? Why is there no enforcement of the laws? This shit that he's doing in Chicago, the shit that he did in L.A., and that he's just, oh my lord, the Posse Comitatus Act. Now this was already ruled up. It is a federal law enacted in 1878 that generally prohibits the use of military personnel for domestic law enforcement. Prohibits the use of military personnel for domestic law enforcement, except when specifically authorized by the Constitution or an act of Congress. Congress ain't shit because they ain't stepping up to check them. And it's in our Constitution. So why isn't this being adhered to? It's derived from the Latin phrase power of the county The act prevents the military from acting as a domestic police force, thereby separating military power from civilian government functions. Key exceptions include the Coast Guard, which has law enforcement duties and provisions for the military to provide information, equipment, and training to civilian agencies, though direct participation in arrests, searches, and seizures is restricted. The National Guard is uniquely positioned, subject to the Act, when federalized, but generally not bound by it, hit at, when operating under state control, creating potential loopholes in the law's application. This is the kind of stuff that needs to be dealt with. This is the kind of stuff that needs to be addressed. This has always been a land of two laws: laws for the peoples, laws for rich folks. It's been like that from the foundation. We're not going to quibble. Shit is what it is. Okay. And it's only gotten worse. Got money, you get off. No money, your ass sits in jail and rots. Can't function like this. And we will continue to go through this bullshit until we, as a nation of people, learn the lesson. You cannot continue to carry on and act the fool and run amok with no consequences. Shit happens. I'm tired of the lies. And the ear thing, we all know that was a lie. The boy supposedly that was attacked in Chicago about the carjack, Washington, D.C., rather, the carjacking, that was a lie. You knew that was fake when they showed the picture. Little bony butt. Come on now. If we allow this foolishness to continue, we will burn it all down. Just like, who was it, Nero in Rome with Phil? Shit burning like motherfucker. Let's burn. Shit burning. Come on now. And Mitch McConnell, oh yes, let's talk about that piece of work. Child, did he not block President Obama from his choice for SCOTUS? Refused to even hear, to bring it to the floor. However, he's allowed this piece of flesh to continue to devastate the country that they claim they love so much. What hypocrisy. And it's in our faces. And people keep voting these people back in. It's time for the 70 and the 80 and the 90 crowd to go. It is time for new blood. Bring some young people in here who are educated, who know history, who know law. AOC, woman is brilliant. Jasmine Crockett, that girl. She tells it like it is. And what they're mad about whenever she speaks is the fact that she goes back to the roots and she speaks from her heart. Ain't nobody stand up in there trying to be all proper and shit. That means nothing. If you have no balls, your mouth means nothing. We need young people in there, younger. And those that are in there, Hakeem and that other one. Get y'all light bright behinds together. I'm tired of the corporate Democrats. Cut it out. Cut it out. Y'all rich as cream, and you still get paid by the people with our tax dollars. Cut this shit out. Grow a pair. I'm not saying that you have to talk like you came right off the corner. Put a little flavor in that. put some actions to your words. Light brights. That's what I called you. I can do that. So, anyway, that was my little Monday tirade on the 8th of September, 2025. So, again, I would invite any of those who follow me or check me out every now and then. Hey, hit the subscribe button, hit a like, and comment. Comment. Keep it clean. Express yourselves. Keep it clean. And for the trolls to be trolling, don't. Just don't. Not interested. So again, this is May Truth. Thank you for taking the time to hear what was on my little head. You have a good rest of your week. I'll at you.